Good, good afternoon, everyone. I didn't know if it was morning or afternoon yet. I'm Sunny Harris, and I've been trading for almost 44 years now. In January 1st, it'll be 44 years. And I started trading before there were computers and before there was software to test your ideas with. Uh, well, it's before computers, so it's before any testing languages at all, or any programs like TradeStation, Metastock, NinjaTrader, etc. So I've been through it as it's changed over the years. I've been through, I think, 4 crashes or 5 crashes, which are lots of fun. And I can tell you how to do that if anyone wants to know. And here I have, oh, and I'm a PhD mathematician, a programmer, and an author. I've written 8 trading books. So this is Newmont Mining, I think. Yep. This is left up from our last talk with Jim, David. So you can see
Oh
here
yeah. Okay.
what I have. You can see it went up, 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 and now we've got a solid down. And here was a solid down with preceded by a sharp one. But the indicators that I have on the chart are, let's see if I can get the arrow. It's not responding. Well, let's just talk about it some more then. There we go. Finally came. All right. Sorry about that. So these indicators I have on here are this one called Sunny Bands. It's not Keltner channels. It's not Bollinger Bands. It's something entirely different, although it does have moving averages on it. The purple and gold line in the center of the Sunny Bands, that's my dynamic moving average. And the thing about it is that it dynamically or algorithmically calculates its own inputs. So where with most moving averages, you have to test to find the values that are optimal for your particular stock. This one calculates its own moving averages. So, where you would put in 9 for the fast link and 18 for the slow link on the standard moving average, simple moving average. With this one, you don't need to put in anything because it calculates them by itself. So that makes the bands, the outer bands, which are the 2 thicker dark green ones, and the inner bands, which are the teal in between there. So I've got lower outer band, lower inner band, DMA, dynamic moving average, upper inner band, and upper outer band. And there are some very specific rules to follow. So you know when to go short and when to go long. And they're on my website, moneymentor.com. At let's see they're under downloads. So you go to moneymentor.com, downloads, and .html, and you can download all kinds of good things. But one of them is the fourth dot down is Sunny Band's rules. Sunny Band's rules. So with that, you can see exactly how I trade them. And if you're interested in seeing exactly how I trade them, you can come to my Wednesday morning live trading room. It's called Trade Along with Sunny. And I trade every day in a live trading room, but on Wednesdays, I permit guest passes. So you can come in on a Wednesday if you want a guest pass. David, I don't see, oh, wait a minute, let me see, chat. There we go. If you want a guest pass, just, what is hack? So
I think
let
it's
me
a
this again.
cybersecurity stock or something.
Oh, he's not calling me a hack?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Moneymentor.com/downloads.html. There, it's in the chat. So you can go there and you can download the Sunny Bands rules. It's a 9-page PowerPoint presentation in a PDF form, and it'll tell you exactly how I use it. Okay. Do we have any symbols?
Oh, it's a cybersecurity ETF, actually.
Oh, the hack?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Dave. Well, we've got an up move all through here with gold, the gold on top of the purple. As long as that gold's on top of the purple, you stay with the trade. And then we've got another gold on top of purple that goes all the way through here. So we catch that move. And then we have a flat DMA. My dynamic moving average is flat. So because it's flat, I'm expecting a choppy market. And indeed, that's what we get right through there until this move happens. Purple goes on top. We touch the lower outer band and we ride it down to there. And then we get a buy signal right here and we go long. So I think let's draw some Fibonacci lines on this and see where I think it's going. Drawing. So let's just go from back here to up here. And we at least have to go up to there, don't we? So that's at the 23.6 extension, and it's at 73.65. And we're currently at 71. So there's a couple of points still to go. Now it could go up to that level and then chop a little bit. I think this is a strong stock, but it could chop. And that's the period you want to stay out. Here it is on a weekly chart. And it's got 72.65 is the goal from the Fibonacci. So I think that's where we're going. The other indicator I have is this colorful thing on the bottom. It's a histogram. And it measures the difference between the two DMA lines. So it's a histogram of the gold minus the purple, or if purple's on top, the purple minus the gold. So this gives us a real quick look at who's on top, which is purple or gold. So if this thing is gold, then we know gold's on top. When it turns red, we're losing momentum. And then this one goes down. You'd think it would go down further because it's so close to the zero line. But here it goes up. So we're just back on gold again. And this could get up into this height. So it's got some more room to go up. Let's see, EME. Let's go back to the daily chart. That's just exciting. So that had a bit of an exponential curve to it. And right now it's in a sell signal, sunny band sell signal. And you see down here on the histogram, this little blip right here is a purple below the zero line. So this one, let's see, I'm going to draw what I call a tractor. So horizontal line, and I go back to the left and I look and I see this price right here, and it goes through all of this mess. The next attractor is right here. There's another high, and we're heading to one of those, I think. Be careful. D. And let's see, we've got overhead up at this level. I don't use the wicks of bars. So when I'm looking at a candle, I might look at that and say, how far did it explore? But when I'm drawing attractors, I don't use that because this wick is algos and it's not a real trading phenomenon, in my opinion. So let's see if we draw a couple of attractors. We've got one down here. This is approximately that one at this level and at this level. And now this is just going nowhere right in the middle of all that. But I do think it's going to come up to this first orange line at 186.41. So I'm thinking that's where we're going. Stocks are kind of a mixed bag these days, aren't they? Let's see. I did hack AM. Oh, that is AMD. CRSB. Let's look at that one. Well, I'll tell you, one of the reasons I wouldn't buy this stock is that Kathy Wood makes mistakes with everything she buys, it seems. And she's buying this one. And she likes to catch the falling knife. So she buys on the way down. And because I've been around for so many years, I know down can always go farther down. So until the down is over, like it is over here, and breaks above the DMA, I'm not going to be buying. I'd rather pay a little more for a stock and know it's going up than pay a little less for it and have it go south on me. That's just my philosophy, but that's where I'm coming from. So this, yeah, this is just sideways as can be. Until it breaks above this upper outer sunny band, it's not going to go anywhere. This could go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for quite a long time in through here. Uh, ERTX. And that one's in a back and forth area. See, it's from, I could draw the lines on that. So we've got from here up to here. And it's just 1, 2, doesn't make it on the third one, 4. So it's going to go back down in a fifth one, probably down to the attractor, not necessarily to the lower outer band. And on the histogram, you see it's red and getting shorter. That also speaks to the possibility of going down. Oh, and by the way, David, when you record this, I'd like to have the link to it and I'll put it on my website. And I will also, oh, I'm not recording slides, am I? Never mind. EME. What is that one? Import. And this one has put in, we're looking again at the sunny bands. It's put in a drop down to it wick down to the lower outer band. Wicks count on touching the sunny bands. And it's got a green candle right here. Now, you see the DMA is flat right through here. Okay. Because it's flat, I'm expecting congestion. So typically what happens with these sunny bands is price will come down, come back up and test it, and then go down, and then come back up and test it. So until it gets out above this DMA, which is at 441, until it gets out above that, I would not be a buyer. But you can expect when it does, it will get to the upper outer band at 469. Let's see what else we have. Oh, my favorite one, NVDA, that and Tesla. Yeah, so looks to me like we made an all-time high this week. And Tesla has their big chips coming out. Their, what's it called? Blackwell or Black Creek or Black River or something. It's coming out and it's going to be a very big deal. Right now, we're trading on the expectation. We could come up with a buy the rumor, sell the news event, in which case it would drop after it says that they're ready to be shipped. I'm not expecting that. I'm just, this is my longest term stock. I do have holdings in it, and I think that it's going to just skyrocket. So I just hanging on. So with the sunny bands, this is sideways. It's at that attractor. It's sideways here. I'm going to expect it to drop somewhat before coming back up and going higher. This is tentative action right here. Nobody's sure what they want to do. I want to do. It's at the high, and is it going to go higher, or what are they going to do with it? Today it's up under a point. So this is a place to just be really, really careful. Let's see what else we have. Are there any questions about what I'm saying? Would you type the questions in? Meta. We've got an all-time high on that one too, over here. And because that price candle right there bounced off the DMA. Remember we were talking just the last slide about, I mean, the last chart. about the flat DMA and see how this is congested all along it, dips down, congestion. But this one, this green candle comes up above, passes through the DMA, and even touches the upper interband. So I think this thing's going on up. You want to see Fibonacci on it? Type yes if you want Fibonacci. Well, let's see. Let's don't do that first. Let's squeeze it up a little bit, and we'll do Fibonacci that way. We're just going to take it from the low of the chart. And we'll make it skinnier. And so the next fib line up is at 716.33. That will be nice. It's going to take it a little while. Don't expect it's going to go there tomorrow because the market doesn't move that way. But here's where it's going to get eventually. Tesla. I love Tesla, not because it's a good investment, but because it's a good tradable. See, this thing goes up and down and up and down and up and down over and over and over again. So that's why I trade it. But I hold the other ones. And there's the high. And here's the low of this local low, I call them. So we've basically got a down movement all through here. We've got a jump up and a reaction, and another jump up and another reaction. And now we've got a jump up. What do you think it's going to do after the jump up? Reaction. That's my guess. Larry Williams told me once, there's no such thing as knowing what the market's going to do. It's all 50-50. You're going to win or you're going to lose. We all lose part of the time. That's just the way the game is. So I think this one is, see if it's up there. Yeah, it hit this line up here. So I think we're going to have a bit of a reaction, at least back down to the DMA. What else do we have? Gold and, okay. So this is the Bitcoin Trust, and there's a horizontal line. Got a price up here. Well, what we have to hit that. We have to. I'm going to guess. See, this is my 50-50. I'm going to guess that this is going to rise on up, pierce this, and then come back down to this level, which is at 55. And we've got on the histogram, we've got green coming up. So it was talking about buying right there. And we've got gold, but then we've got choppy because it goes red and gold, red and gold. Now it's solid gold and we're going up again. We got a couple of red bars here as it was threatening to move down, and then a bigger gold bar here. So I think we're definitely going to touch that all-time high. It's been a long time waiting, I tell you. Let's look at the gold futures. This is also, I have a sizable holding in gold. I love gold. And it's at an all-time high today, 27.84. So I am pretty sure it's going to go on up to the 2800 level. And that could be, this next fib line up is at 2834. So that's where we're going, right up there, above 2800. And now it's going to take some consolidation after that, but that's where we're likely to rest and then consolidate back down into this level, which is 2713. So we could go on up to here and consolidate back to here and then continue on up. Okay, got a question. Yay. When your dynamic moving average at the bottom crosses below the neutral, is that a sell signal? Very good question. This is the dynamic moving average histogram. And this crossing over of the zero line is exactly where the moving average itself goes from purple to gold. You see the crossover of the moving average? It's a lot easier to see the crossover if you look at it on the histogram. So the answer to that is yes. Oh no, that's a buy signal when it crosses over which direction? Below the neutral. Yes, that's a sell signal. If it goes below the neutral. Now, I used to trade all the time with that, just using the before I developed Sunny Bands. I traded just with the crossovers of this moving average. And in both years that I was named number one CTA out of the 2000 CTAs, Commodity Trading Advisor. So both years I was using just the crossovers of this DMA on a 15-minute chart of the E-mini. Well, it was the E-maxi back then, but the S&P 500. So yes, I like it still, but sunny bands themselves are faster. You get in closer to the bottom. See, the bottom is right here. Here's the buy signal, and the DMA doesn't cross until here. So they're a little late. You can optimize them if you want, see what happens. But that's a very good question. Who else has a question or a symbol? I'm going to give you 2 minutes. How many people are in attendance? Let's see why I'm not getting any questions. Can it be used for ES intraday? Absolutely. Here we go. That's what I do. I trade a 5-minute chart of the ES. Here comes a 5-minute chart of gold. Now at ES, there's a 5-minute chart of the E-mini. Now I have another indicator I'm going to show you. I'm going to add it to this because it shows me more information that keeps me out of the market. Let's see. PHW. No. Day session. There we go. All these indicators that start with my initials are ones that I've programmed. Now watch this trick. Now, the blue and red bars are the day session. So I don't have to hunt through this entire thing over here, looking at the time and trying to figure out where the session is. The night sessions, overnight sessions, after hours session, whatever you want to call it, Globex, is with green and magenta bars. So I know that's overnight. We had a big gap overnight there, came along here sideways, and then here's where the E-mini started trading that day. That was a terrible day. It just chopped all day. And remember, I do a live trading room every morning. So if you want to text me, let me put my phone number in here. And if you just text me this, that stands for Trade Along with Sunny. So if you text me TAWS, I'll send you a guest pass. Also send me your email so I can email it to you. I'll send you a guest pass so you can come to the net. Well, tomorrow's Wednesday. If you do it right away, I can send you links for tomorrow. And here we have a nice market. That's today, and you can see it crossed over the DMA, and it's just the signal's just long all day. It stays above the gold, 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 gold. And I usually get out about 10 minutes before the close. So that's the way an intraday chart looks like, and you can do it on all kinds of things. Do you scale into your trades using your bands? No, I don't. I'm all in or all out. So I'm trading a lot of contracts of the ES, and I figure out by a lot of experimentation and testing that scaling in makes you feel safer, makes me feel safer in a psychological way, but it doesn't improve my trading results. And since that's the only reason I'm trading is for trading results, I don't scale. Um, XLE, please. Let's go back to the daily. Excellent. This is uh, under the flat DMA with purple just almost. See this last red vertical line? See how small it is? So that tells me that it probably wants to come on down into here and move down. Now, where are we going to move down to? Since we're already at the lower outer band, let's put some attractors in. So we've got a high there, we've got a high there, we've got a low here. What's in the middle? Here's one over here. And that's exactly where we are. And it bounced on it. So that one, see, it's a blue candle and then a red candle. So it bounced once and then took it all back. I think it's going to go up to the DMA, which is at 90.001. So that's quite possible scenario there. But I would take profits if I were holding this at the DMA because it very often can stop there. As I told you earlier, it gets real choppy around a flat DMA. What is this one symbol anyway? What's it? What's XLE? I know it's a ETF or something. All right. Favorite stocks that you trade with stable trends. Let's look at BRK data. So we've got Warren Buffett here. Look, he's just been going sideways. Does anybody own shares of BRK.A? This looks to me like he's had some, he really hasn't had much in the way of losing periods. He just goes sideways for a while. So here's a little bit of a loss and here's a loss. But basically this thing just trends on up. So I'm looking for something to tell either this is going to go below zero and it's going to go down a bit, which could be blamed on the election. We'll see what happens next Tuesday. And it could, if the election is in his favor, go on up to the upper outer band, which is at 470. So do I have any favorite stocks? I'll tell you what I trade. I trade Amazon, Apple, Ethereum, gold, Microsoft, Meta, Nvidia, Starbucks, and Tesla. That's what I'm holding. And those are my favorite stocks. If I found another favorite stock, I'd put it on the list. All right, so give me a call or text me TAWS. And I thank you very, very much, David. Appreciate the audience.